Than the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Playoff fever in the air. It's the first of 4 this weekend. And off we go in the divisional round. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pass complete to Neighbors. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. On 4th down, the snap comes to Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. They'll run with Gibbs. And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Gibbs with a 1st down and more. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Chicago. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Bears are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Williams going to throw on the first play. That is caught downfield by Kupp. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's Williams. He finds his tight end. That's Smythe. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Here's a give to Achane. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He finds Kupp along the out route. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And he's in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Dragons.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
King.
Once again, it's Gibbs. 1 quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this.
Great, set. Delta.
On play action, Hurts. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
Delta, set. Delta.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Working across the field, he gets this to Neighbors. And he will score! Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Bears. Pinheiro on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Hupp brings it in left side. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Dragons.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Hurts working in the pistol. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well. Now Gibbs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. And he just does get that one away. Chase down, force the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This is caught at the 2, and he'll take it on in. Jalen McMillan, touchdown Chicago. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So now after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop. And really the first time we've seen these guys.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much.
To the goal line and in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Bears. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he will go all the way. Christian Watson, touchdown Dragons.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Makes the score Bears 28, Dragons 21.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And this ball's going to go out of bounds. Not the way you want to begin the second half. The football will be marked at the 40-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's caught left side by Bowers. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And you see the rookie tight end, Brock Bowers, pick up the 1st down. Mike, of all the tight ends that I've watched in college over the last, call it, 10 years or so, I'm not sure if I've seen a more dynamic, ready for the NFL tight end than Brock Bowers. I mean, 2-time Mackey Award winner, 700-plus yards each of the last 3 seasons. He can get downfield. He can make tough catches. He can run with the ball after the catch. I mean, there's not a lot this guy can't do, and I think he's got a shot to be that next big-time young breakout rookie tight end.
Williams to the air once more. He'll get this complete. It's Kupp again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Williams. That's taken in by Achane. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. On 2nd down, it's Williams. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Now Williams. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A run out of the gun with Achane. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter, they convert on fourth down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bears will take over at their own 15.
Hey, 73. No touchdown.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They hand it to Gibbs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Williams. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll take a shot. Downfield, looking for Kupp. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Dragons. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Prater's extra point is good. And the Dragons have come back to level things. It's 28 all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Hardman now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On play action, Hurts. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Here's Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Now a give to Gibbs, running right. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. He'll air one out for Higgins. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And the Dragons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
That is caught downfield by Kupp. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks in the run game. I mean, he's really having as well-rounded a complete game that a receiver can have in the NFL, and until they prove they can slow him down, I would just keep giving him more opportunities.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up first and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
Throwing on second down, Williams. He pulls it in around the 5.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Dragons. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Dragons will go up by 7.
Dragons 35, Bears 28.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the man.
That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Chicago. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. A pistol snap back to... That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Motion man is Rice. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Dragons.
They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Once again, it's Achane. Yeah! And he'll get about 5. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Second down and 8. They'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's going to be taken down.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Dragons are going to open up the lead to 8.
42. Bears 34. Matt Prater set for kickoff.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Great, set. No touch.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here we go. One final play. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So it's a win for our visitors. They are able to do something that not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Keep it solid. Everything I got on new, it look like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get them glow, them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get them glow, stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get them glow, standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Yeah, glow. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snail. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail. On the yeah, glow. Yeah, glow.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut 'em down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut 'em down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, so wild. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gon' do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we. Let me find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle. Light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you. Put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut 'em down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut 'em down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Yo, is y'all people crazy? Be crazy. Stop back
acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that ravine. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave. My home is a cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'm a pull papers. It's all about the papers. Caught the vapors in. Now they wanna stop.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw, May. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's May. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Second and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll throw with May. Short throw caught by Pitts. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's May. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. To throw, it's May. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Falcons have struck first in this NFC title game. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's got some space here. Inside the 20. Touchdown! Devon Achane. 72 yards. And the Dragons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. That's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll try and throw for it with May. Escaping the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Here's Williams. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Achane. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 2 yards is the pickup, and that'll set him up now 1st and goal. Achane, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. To throw, Williams. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
They've got his man complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle, 36 yards. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out, and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. To the air, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Throw caught by Achane. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And all the way down to the 5. Throwing is Williams. And he's got it. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Achane. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Third and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. They'll run it. Achane with it. And this time he is in. Yes. Devon Achane on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dragons are able to add on to that lead. Williams going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Able to slither by. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air, May. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 31 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter, but this would be something I think would be very noteworthy. Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the air once more. Williams. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Working out of the gun, Williams. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to throw. Williams eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that will keep this a 2-point game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Quentin Williams coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. 3rd and 19. Back to throw. Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go. Here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. A first down carry for Barkley. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Throwing here is May. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Barkley is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3.
Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. And Xavier Worthy saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long. And this time, that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Looking to throw. Williams.
Well, that one caught by Rice.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And he goes out right around the 39. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
On 4th down, here's Williams.
Flushed out, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
4th down. Here's May.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Williams. Now that'll be caught by Cobb. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he overshot. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Williams going to look to throw again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Williams. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Brock Bowers
from 19 yards away.
And the Dragons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here's May.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
18 Cardinals. Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let's stay 19. Go.
Looking to throw. May.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Williams, throwing to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. Steps away to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Caleb Williams, 15 yards. And the Dragons have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game.
They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Up the middle, Achane.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, it's Williams.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4.
Prater's kick is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Dragons 45, Falcons 34. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
They'll throw with May. That's complete. Left side to Worthy.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Here's 1st down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw, it's May.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
70 Lions.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Right back to Pitts again. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got 2 shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with this is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. Trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's ultimate game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now an option play on second down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown!
Nico Collins
with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that.
And the Thunderbirds need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Williams.
Buying time to his left. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
11 yards there, first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might know.
And this is caught.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
They'll run Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw is Williams.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
Flush to his right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To throw is Daniels. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Daniels. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl. A nice moment. And also a first down.
To the air goes Daniels.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Inside handoff, Henry.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
They go play action. Daniels.
That's complete. It's Collins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 50. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now Daniels.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Thunderbirds continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
And this will be caught at the 30. And touchdown!
Christian Watson, 70 yards. And the Dragons are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
In motion right, that's Collins. Daniels looking to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Nico Collins,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Thunderbirds go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Throwing is Williams.
Dancing to his left.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
Second and a couple. To the air, Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
To throw, Williams.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Rashee Rice from 4 yards out. And the Dragons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Bates' kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Williams, a final shot before break. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Dragons 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup,
It's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
To throw, it's Williams. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. That one caught by Rice. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing again here, Williams. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Forced out to his left. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Brock Bowers, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dragons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point good by Prater. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Off the option, here's Henry.
Pushing through the contact, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And some space here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Here's Williams. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Steps away to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And shedding a man at the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Prater's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll run it again with Henry.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, what a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. To throw is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10.
Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
To the air goes Daniels. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Complete. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right.
And that, what a dangerous throw there back across the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd down, goal to go.
Back to throw again. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And his kick is good. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, the wildest. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gonna do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we. Let me find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Is y'all people crazy? Be swayzy, stop acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that ravine. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave. My home is the cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'ma pull papers. It's all about the papers. Caught the papers and now they wanna stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no. That's how rough riders roll. Man, look what you done started. Act written, you got it. Had it, should've shot it. Now you're dealing departed. Get at me, dog, gonna rip. This one here, I flip. No, when I kick, gonna be some slick. What would that look for when I walked in the door? Oh, you thought you was raw? Cause now you on the floor. Wishing you never saw me walk through that door. With that. Now it's time for bed. 2 more today. Got the floor blown. Yeah, that. Another unsolved mystery. It's going down in history. They never did to me. Can't get to me. Got to make a move. Got a point to prove. Gotta make them prove. Got them all like, ooh. So to the next time you hear this dog rhyme, try to keep your mind on get prime. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.